my Flosstube friends, it's Valerie at Stitching in the Barn, and today is September the 16th, I believe. It's Thursday, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it is actually the 16th of September. I am still in summer mode. My husband and I refuse to accept the end of summer until the equinox on the 21st, so no fall decorating here for me. That's not really true, actually, because I did buy a pumpkin. I saw this lovely round big pumpkin when I went grocery shopping, and I threw him in my cart. So I did put him out, but other than that, no fall decorating for us. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a problem for me anyway, because when we redid our living room and I showed you all the pictures of pointing the walls and everything, we rearranged furniture and we were sort of vaguely minimalizing a little bit, and I got rid of some surfaces and places that I used to love to put decorations out. So it's going to be a slight test of my creativity, because I got to figure out some new things, some new ways to decorate for fall, but that'll be fun. I don't mind that. And so let's see. Last time I spoke to you was the end of July. August flew by. We had a fabulous time at our family reunion. It was hot, but not terribly, terribly hot. And we were able to gather. It was a smaller group this time. It was only about 70 to 80 people, I think. And often we have over 100. As I've told you before, my dad was one of 12, and they all grew up in this big farm in Ohio, and we all gather there every year. Well, every 3 years for the big family reunion. And we're talking about having our girl cousins camp in the spring, so that should be fun. It was just great. It was wonderful to reconnect, and they did a very special thing. They had all the food served in the barn when we gathered for the big meal on Saturday, and they had the originals, we call them, which are the 3 remaining siblings of my dad's 12 brothers and sisters, sit up front, 2 on the hay wagon and 1 in front, and people could ask them questions, and they had a moderator. It was one of my cousins who would be the sort of MC person who got the ball rolling and would try and trigger memories, and people would call out questions from the audience and stuff, and it was really fun. It was a wonderful experience, so very happy I could do that. We came home, turned around 2 weeks later, went back to Ohio, taking my daughter to college, and she's very happy there, doing well, and so that's all good. So yay, that seems like that was August. I mean, that was just a crazy busy time, and I don't know, you know, we had the Ida thing come through, and I'm not complaining at all, because I know people were hugely impacted. And by all the hurricanes, my heart goes out to you, but we had a lot of flooding in our basement, which is unfinished, so don't feel too bad for us. We know it's an old house, and we never put anything of value down there. In fact, my husband mostly cleaned it out a few years ago, so that there's basically nothing there except for our heater. Excuse me. The water got up about this high, and our heater sits about this high. So I think we escaped a major disaster. We are having somebody come to regrade our driveway so that the water can't swoosh in so much, and hopefully we won't get so much flooding in the future. So fingers crossed, but it's that horrible, unsexy required work on your house that doesn't show any visible improvement. It just, you know, it makes your quality of life so much better, but you have to spend money on it. It's like getting electrical work done or something. You know it's important and you have to do it and you feel good you did it, but it doesn't, you don't have much to show for it. So anyway, I've been working on a bunch of different things. I am participating in the All the Trimmings Stitch Along with Fat Quarter Shop. It's a mystery stitch along, so each week a new piece of the pattern is released, and it's a free one, and it's very cute. It's Christmas Eve. So the first week was the holly berries, and the second week is the stockings. I haven't started on week 3 yet, but I will be working on that. I finished, I probably don't have it here. I'll probably have to pause and go grab it from somewhere. Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, okay, I found it. I finished the piece I was doing for the Stitchography World Cross Stitch Day. This pattern. I kept going because it was colorful and fun. I wanted to get it finished. And I'll show you, I did make a few changes. I'll stick this needle somewhere before I lose it. I lost one last night, which worries me because my sister has a little puppy that she brings over to visit, and I gotta find that needle. I don't want him to find it. So here is my Stitchography World Cross Stitch Day piece. And I made some changes to it. Let's see if I can find them. Okay, it said Aida cloth, and I changed it to say linen just because I normally stitch on linen. I changed, this one said quarter stitch, and I hardly ever do quarter stitches. I don't enjoy doing quarter stitches, so I put eyelet stitch. I changed it to 40 count instead of 14 count. I did a little embellishment just for fun. Oh, I'm not showing all of it. Wait a minute. I did a little embellishment stuff just for fun. Something else I changed. What was it? That might have been it. Yeah, I think that was it. So that's fun, and I have this board that I got from the Fat Quarter Shop, which looks like a, if you could see this table, it is such a mess and so disorganized. I just brought everything I wanted to show you and dumped it all here. It's in no rhyme or reason, so there's not going to be segments in this video where you first you see what I worked on, then you see this. It's just going to be whatever I can grab. So isn't this cute? It looks like a giant spool, and then you can just mount this on it, and well, you paint it or stain it, whatever you want to do, and then you just mount this on it, and it looks adorable. I'm not showing you very well, but you've seen pictures, I'm sure. It's very cute, and the sample they had, they painted it this same aqua color, and that just looked darling. And it's got a hole so you can hang it up. I can't wait to put this up in the sewing area. And you know, I was thinking this would be such a cute companion piece to that new Kathy Haberman piece that came out, the one that has all the words. I forget what it's called, but it's got all the cross-stitch words. I thought the two of them together would be darling, so I might redo them. I mean, I might do that one as well. Get another one of those spools and hang them sort of offset or something. I also wanted to talk to you about the floss I used for that, which was the anchor floss on the spool. I love having floss on the spool. I like the anchor floss. The colors were lovely. It seemed great. It felt to me slightly drier than DMC. I don't know how to explain that. More cottony, dry. And I did notice a problem on, well, it's not a problem, but I did notice on some of the darker colors, like the dark blue I had, and I had a black as well, that the evenness of the thread was not there. Like there were some bits that were much thinner and some bits were much fatter. I don't know if I can even show you with this. Like even on, I would cut a length of floss and, well, in fact, you can see it here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but one of these threads, this one, is very skinny, and this one is thicker. So that's my only gripe with them. Of course, I was doubling it because I was doing it on 18 count Aida, so I was using 2 threads, so the coverage was fine. But I did notice, like, if you were going to use it for just a single-stranded thing, I'm not sure I would, because of the unevenness. Why am I having such trouble? I guess because I haven't talked to you for a while. The unevenness of the thickness of the thread was a little bit bothersome, I would say. So that's my honest opinion on that. What am I doing for Sampler September? Well, I'm not doing a lot because I've not progressed very far, but I am stitching right in front of me. You should shout at me, say, it's right in front of you. Rachel Howells, yay! And I'm doing this for Sampler September and also for the love of Brenda, because I know it's one of her favorite ones, and I've gotten this far. And I do love doing it. I just haven't been able to devote enough time to it, but I really want to get onto it more. I am doing it with the called for NPIs, which I love using. I am using this cute bag that I got from Country Stitches Online, Brenda Gervais, that my friend Jan from Keepsakes made into a bag for me. And inside it, I have my wonderful Stitch Posse thread keep from Barry. So it really does make a difference, I will say, when you're changing a lot of colors, when you've got an intricate pattern that's a lot of different colors, if you can just take the floss and put it here, so you're not having to put it back in the bag each time or put it on the skein each time, whatever, it makes a big difference. It just makes you go a lot faster. You just pick up, like I need to get back to doing red on these flowers. I just pick up a thread from here that I've already pulled out and cut. And for a lot of this, it's the same two colors. Like there's a huge amount of this green and then the flowers are red. So I'm just gonna go back and forth, and it just makes life easier. So I've discovered that that really is a time saver. So that's my progress on that. Not anything to brag about. And I have also been working on my Little House Needleworks Farmhouse Christmas series, and I'm on the last one. I'm on number 10. It's been wonderfully fun doing these. I'm going to be sad when they're finished because it's really nice if you're working on something more intricate to have something that's a little more relaxing to pick up at the end of the day. But I'll come up with something else, no doubt. So here they all are. Let's see how I can show these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am no Vanna White, that's for sure. 8 and 9. I am so nearly finished. I have to finish the border at the bottom. I have to do a little Christmas tree here and finish the gate and put the little bird on it, and then I'm done. And I'll show you what I'm thinking about for finishing these. I bought a bunch of these at Joann's for cheap, cheap, cheap. And I got, should I say I was on part 10? I'm on part 9. There aren't 10. Math. Stephanie says cause math because she's good at it. I say cause math because I'm terrible at it. But anyway, they were all these corny, funny, gardeners know the best dirt kind of sayings on here. So this is actually laminated down. I don't think I can take this off. It's got these nice tacks here in the corner, but I looked at, could I pry them off? I don't think so. I think I'm either going to have to work around these tacks and mount the pieces here, or I could turn it around, get some foam core board, mount my pieces on the foam core board, and actually insert them in here, which is what I think I will end up doing. And I don't mind that the hook is here because I'm not going to hook them on anything. I could use this as a sort of anchor for some decorative floral pick type Christmas stuff, you know, fakey evergreen stuff. Something like that, or a big bow or something at the top. So that's my thought. And so I would have these like this inside the box, inside the little wooden box with something at the top. And then I have some big wooden houses that are illuminated, you know, the Harold Turpin. I have like a farm. What do I have? I have a barn, and I have a, you know, sort of a salt box house and stuff. And my thought is at Christmas time to put those out and then put these stacked sort of randomly around them in tumbling fashion. You know what I mean? That's my thought. But as I said, I have so little table space and areas to put these things. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have these great ideas, and then I'm like, how am I going to do that? I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'm having a lot of fun with that, and I'll keep you posted as I progress with that. Haul, not cross-stitch haul, I will show you. I got a couple goodies from Under the Woolen Willow. Can't resist. I got the little pumpkin cushion to make and the little tomato cushion to make. I know she's got the sunflower, and I think it's the penny, like a wool penny one that I would like to get as well. But these, I need to make at least the two that I got first before I order more. But I love it when she has the kits too, because everything comes and it's really fun. And she gives you those cool, help me, paper clips with the wool pennies at the top that I love. I got some autumn fabric, which I couldn't resist. This is Adele in Autumn by Sandy Gervais, and it is gorgeous autumn fabrics. And it's, I got a, I am really having trouble today. Maybe I need some coffee or something. I forget what these are called. When there's 10-inch stackers, they're called, it's not a jelly roll. It's not a honey bun. It's a something cake. You know what I'm talking about. I just can't get my brain to work. Anyway, I love these. So I think these would be great for finishing pillows and that kind of stuff. I would like to make a quilt with it or do some applique stuff with it, but it may just end up backing pillows because I'm really in the autumn mood for that. What else? Oh, I got these great things from the Fat Quarter Shop. I love this pattern. I'm so excited that I got this. It's So Emma pattern. It's Lori Holt, and it's Snowballs for sale, and I think he's darling, and I can't wait to do him. I love all Lori Holt's things and putting the little extra buttons on and stuff to give it dimension. I think those are great. This book is to die for. I love this book. A Scrapbook of Quilts. It's Joanna Figueroa, who's Fig Tree, and Carrie Nelson, and I forget what her, maybe it's just Carrie Nelson, but gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeousness in here. So many that I want to make that. I love this one with the spools. It's just all spools. Here's a picture. I don't know if I'd shown you this before, or if I feel like I had this before, but anyway, I couldn't resist. Buttermilk Basin's Vintage Vibe, patterns with a retro feel. Look at that. I just loved him, and I love this. I have a friend who, we were at some sort of fair, and I spotted one of these plaid lunch boxes, and I pointed it out to her because I knew she was looking for something like that, and she got it. And she does this display in her entryway in her house with Santas and these stacked out, and it just looks so cute at Christmas. So I just love the wool version of that. And there's some really cute patterns in here, and they all have this vintage vibe, you know. And I'm really getting into wool again. I think probably because well, the weather actually hasn't gotten cooler yet. It's cooled down slightly, but it's still super humid. I'm hoping in the next couple days the humidity breaks, but I'm certainly thinking fall as far as getting into my wool projects. Speaking of wool, I forgot to show you that I also got from Under the Woolen Willow, the first in my autumn wool strawberry club. I joined that club because I missed out on the summer one, but I thought, ooh, yes, autumn, yes. So let me show you. It's a little sunflower strawberry. Isn't that darling? So cute. And it comes with this little thing that says, advice from a sunflower, be bright, sunny, and positive, spread seeds of happiness, rise, shine, and hold your head high, Under the Woolen Willow. So I am thrilled with that, and I can't wait to see what the next one is, but I'm just delighted with this. And this will be definitely going out September 21st. Sunflower berry. And it comes in this little green bag, just darling. So thank you, thank you. And I, like everybody else, watched Laurie Holt's tutorial where she showed you how to make the little crocheted flowers that you can put on your project bags, which I'm doing, and also to put them, you know, underneath a spool of thread on your sewing machine and stuff like that. You can put them anywhere you want. But she also showed how her daughter does those little braided floss zipper pulls. So I, of course, sent for a big bag of zipper, you know, pull hardware. The thing that you would clip on and then attach the threads to. Have I done one? No, I have not. But I have them in case I want them. All right. Mess. Rebecca L. Smith. I took her first class for, I don't know what, if she's calling it beginner class, flower and medallion. And the first things we did were the medallions. So here's one. And thread off this. Here's the other one. And I had so much fun doing this. And it does make me just remember how much I love working with wool. I know there's so many different techniques. There's needle turn applique, there's iron-on interfusing, lightweight interfusing you can use. The way Rebecca Smith does it is she uses felted wool, so it's not going to fray. So all you have to do is trace your pattern onto freezer paper, iron the freezer paper in the wool, cut it out, and then stitch it down and do the embellishment stitches. It's so much fun, and I love her palette. She keeps it all very prim and neutral, and she really only uses 3 colors of floss. The creamy color, the dark brown color, and the sort of tan color, and just alternates those, and it is tremendous effect, I think. I can't wait. This Saturday I get to do the next 2, and it will be the flower pieces. I'll show you what the whole thing's gonna look like. I know she's going to open up more classes. I think she's full right now, but I think this is a new thing they're doing. You just zoom in, and she and her daughter are there, and Kelsey, and it's marvelous. And you can ask questions, you can interact. It's great. It's the next best thing to being there in person. So here's what the whole project's going to look like. And I usually freehand everything, but I did break down and buy some chalk pencils, because when it gets to this kind of stuff, you can just do a little chalk line on your wool and then follow that when you're embroidering, and then you feel a little more confident. I did freehand all the stuff I showed you, and I was fine with how it turned out. But I think for the overall end product, I'm going to do the chalk lines. Just because. It made me want to finish something. I had taken a class when Rebecca Smith came to the Old Country Store in Lancaster. Well, it's actually an intercourse. I got to take a class with her in person, which was just thrilling. And I had started this project, a sort of table mat, and I never finished it. So that has inspired me. I've pulled it out, and that is definitely on my plans to do. I have all the pieces cut out. I just need to place them and stitch them down and embellish them, and I love doing that. You know, I look at some of the stitches I did previously, and they're really pretty crude. They are very rudimentary, and I am tempted to take them out and redo certain pieces. Some are better than others. We'll see. We'll see if I do that or not. You know, I'm not a perfectionist, but I am kind of, sometimes things will bother me enough that I'll redo them. I don't know. I didn't bring my berry bags to show you. I got my French General berry bags, which are just fantastic, and I'm hoarding them. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to put in them. Samplers, I think, but shoot, they're upstairs. Maybe I'll insert a picture of them here. But I also got this fabulous Buckleberry Quilts bag, which I am thrilled with. I had ordered it, and then she wrote to me and said, you know, I think it needs a little bit of lace. Would you mind if I put that on? I'm like, no, go for it. And inside, such cute Lori Holt fabric. Darling, I'm thrilled with this. Thank you, thank you. That one is Buckleberry Quilts, and I'll show you in a little bit what I'm keeping in that. Or I can show you now, why not? I am going to participate in the Fat Quarter Shop So Happy Stitch Along. It's a Lori Holt pattern. And I can show you the very first part. Can I show you a picture? Oh, it's this. I can show you this. And the first part is this. And I'm working a little bit ahead just because I was dying to get started. I've done a tiny bit of the star, just the tiniest bit, just to see if I was going to like the colors and the fabric and everything. I think I'll just do it as started. But I know, I say I don't like stitch-alongs, and then I participated in a zillion of them. Ooh, speaking of Lori Holt, I also got this very cool box from the Fat Quarter Shop. This is one of her stitch card boxes, and I do have all her stitch cards, but I thought I will keep, for now, until I get more, my vintage trims. So I've got the trims in there. I'm playing with different things I could keep in here. I may eventually get the other two colors, and because I think they look super cute stacked, and Lord knows I need storage, but right now I've got my vintage trims in there, and I have my cards in an old cigar box, but I might move things around, I think. I do so need to get out to the barn and organize. It's quite the mess right now. I was starting to do some organization out there, and my daughter was looking for some of her college stuff she'd stashed, so she wandered by and she said, "Ooh, what's this?" Because she saw some Cave Facet fabric. I said, "Oh, that was a quilt I was gonna do many moons ago, blah, blah, blah." And she goes, "Oh, I really like this one." So I'm like, I looked at the pattern and thought, you know, this is really a very simple pattern. It's basically snowballs. So I said, all right, I'll drop what I'm doing and I will work on that. So I started that and was going great guns. And then Lori Holt happened again, and she started her quilt along with her stitch, my Happy Place quilt along, I think it's called. And the first block you do are these darling tomato pin cushions. I'm like, oh, I have to do this. So yesterday I made the first one. I've got 3 more to do for this week, but I'm like, ooh, I need to prioritize and get organized so that I can quickly go out there and work on the quilt for my daughter, work on the Lori Holt, you know, make it so that there's not stuff strewn everywhere, which is how it is now. Speaking of strewn everywhere, I'm seeing some other stuff I want to show you, which is that I took the knowledge I gained from my framing class, although I look at it now, it doesn't look very straight. It's because it's not fitting in the frame right. But anyway, I stretched this piece, Holiday Inn, Brenda Gervais, that I had done last year. I just had this old cheap black frame kicking around. I think it was supposed to hold like a graduation photo and the glass had fallen out or something. And you know, I don't like to frame with glass, or I don't usually frame with glass. So I popped it in there. I need to fix the back. It's not fastened in the back yet. All I've done is pinned it. I need to lace it just to practice my lacing skills, I think. And then figure out some sort of backing for it. But I'm really excited that I can do some of that myself. At certain pieces I will definitely still get professionally framed, but certain other ones I'm very happy to have. In fact, I wasn't even going to frame that. I was going to make it like into a little mat. So who knows how it'll end up, but I think for now I like it in the frame. I also got the Stitch Quarterly Club bag. I am now in the Stitch Quarterly Club, which I'm thrilled about, and this darling little project bag came. Very autumnal. I don't know if you can see that it's green leaves. It almost looks like orlikili leaves. And hold that thought. And lots of goodies inside, which I'm thrilled with. This darling pattern, Autumn Spice. This is all from the Fat Quarter Shop. You know I have a thing about acorns, so I was just thrilled when I saw that. I loved it. Wait for it. Acorn needle minder. How cute is that? Excuse me. Fabric and thread to stitch said acorn. And thimble pads. Perfect, because I'm telling you, when you're doing a lot of sewing and especially like the 18 count Aida with 2 threads, it's sometimes stiff and hard to get your needle through. So I love these, and I love these for when I'm quilting too. You just stick a little pad on the tip of your finger, and you don't have a big bulky thimble. You just got the little pad, and it gives enough oomph to push the needle through and also protect your finger from getting sore. So I was delighted with everything in that. Yippee, yippee, yay. And what else am I going to show you? What was I starting to say that I said hold that thought? I might have to pause it and go back and replay and see if it jogs my memory. Hold on. Can't remember what it was. It's gone. Thoughts come and go like the wind, you know. I did find some other things I wanted to show you though. From Two Charming Chicks, I ordered this delightful thread keep. Look at this. It's a little girl. Can you see? Let me make it so you can see better. It's a little girl and a pumpkin. Kind of like a pumpkin moon, and on the other side says boo, and there's a little witch's hat at the bottom and a little pumpkin attached to that, at the bottom of that, and then there's this black bead and this cute big pumpkin at the top. It's so cute. I've always wanted some of her stuff. What I would like to get from her, and I intend to get, is one of those dangly necklaces with all the little dangly bits. I just love those things. Anything that's got little dangly bits, I'm there. I also watched another, this is not Stitchy related, but I like to tell you about these things. Through my local PBS station, they sponsored another Lunch with Lizzie, they call them. It's Lizzie Dunford, who is the curator of the Jane Austen house, Chawton Cottage in England. And the first talk I listened to was fabulous. Again, it was interactive. You could ask questions. I did, and I asked her for a list of book recommendations, which she gave me, and I've been plowing my way through them all. I love them all. And this time she did it ahead of time. I guess she anticipated a lot of people would be interested in that, so she put out a list of books that she recommended. And this topic was on Sense and Sensibility. It was focused on Sense and Sensibility. You still looked at the house and things like that and talked about how it fit in her life, but we were talking about the themes of Sense and Sensibility and how they resonated in Jane Austen's life. And some interesting things she brought up, one of which was the description of Marianne and what Marianne goes through is really one of the earliest depictions of a mental breakdown in English literature. How, you know, she's essentially ghosted by Willoughby, and this just breaks her, and she just falls apart, and then, you know, she has this breakdown, and then she gets physically ill, and yeah, I thought, gosh, that's interesting. That's putting it in modern terms, and it's really what happens. So, I mean, and that was just one of many little insights she gave. I just love these. And one of the books she recommended is Jane Austen at Home by Lucy Worsley. I'm reading this and thoroughly enjoying it. And I will tell you that Lucy Worsley does YouTube videos. You can go and watch her talk about a number of topics for free. You don't even have to read the book. And she's fun and interesting, and I thoroughly recommend it. This book is great too, but you can just watch some of her videos. And there are other people who do talks on literature on YouTube. There's so much information out there in the world. It's just phenomenal. You know, I was a kid who liked to pick up, I didn't read encyclopedias, but I would just flip through. We had a big set in our house, and I would just whatever my finger fell on, I'd read about and, you know, learn all kind of interesting tidbits. Or like, I loved going to the library where they had the old library cards, and you would just kind of, you'd think of something you wanted to look up. Say you wanted to look up Jane Austen. So you're looking up Jane Austen, but then you come across something else completely unrelated, but it happens to be there, and your fingers just fall on it, and you're like, oh, that's interesting too. I want to read about that. And, you know, it was endlessly fascinating. So that is the rabbit hole I fall down with the internet, because it is right there. You do not have to even go to the library. You do not even have to leave your house. It's right there in your armchair, which I think is so wonderful for, you know, elderly people or shut-in people or whatever. All this wonderful interaction and information is right at their fingertips. Of course, there's a lot of icky stuff on there too. You have to be careful, but such is the world, I guess. Here's another book I got from the Fat Quarter Shop that I love. This one is Sherry Falls of This and That Pattern Company, and it's Holiday Wishes, and it's 12 quilts that I want to make 12 of. I mean, I want to make one of each of them. They're just fantastic. So many ideas, so little time. I mean, well, that one's the pattern. Let me find a, I mean, so cute. Look at this one, Scandinavian. Looks like a doll horse. Just love all of these. Here's one that's sort of more modern colors, like, you know, snowballs in those sort of pastel blues and greens. Stars. I mean, just, this is just a great book. I love it. So this is called Holiday Wishes. Where am I? Okay. Some wonderfulness that I got in the mail. One more thing I call of wonderfulness. It's not a pattern. I finally got a book from Suzette, the Primitive Stitcher. I love it. So it is a stitch journal. It's got this beautiful cover. It's got this fabulous pin on the, clip on the outside with this little needle hanging here. Will I ever use it? I don't know, because can I bring myself to use it? So wonderful. Stitch journal. Fantastic. Wonderful illustrations. The little, I forget what she calls these, but it's a laminated thing that you can put underneath when you're writing to protect your work. It's clipped in there. And then in the back, chart title, designer, fabric, fibers, miscellaneous, start date, completion date. Just, this is precious to me. I just love it. And I would like to get, I'm going to stalk her Facebook page, because that's where you find these when she has them ready to sell. I want to get one of those little books that Carol Saltback Stitcher showed that has bags in the middle. So if you're going to a retreat or something, you can put your floss in those and it protects them. Just love this. Thank you, Suzette. And sweet note. I was so delighted to get that. I'm such a fangirl that I was like, oh, she watches my things. I sent some goodies to Faye Carolina Stitcher to finish for me, and boy, did she come through trumps. I love them. They are so fantastic. I am ready for fall now. First thing I sent her was from Prairie Grove Peddler. I have only done one of these pumpkins, but look what she did with it. How cute is that? It's a little cat and corn and pumpkins and berries and little black crows sitting on a, and he's just wonderful. And he's got a real pumpkin stem and leaves. So cute. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I should hold it closer so you can see. So I am thrilled to sit him out at Halloween, or fall. It doesn't have to be Halloween. I've saved these goodies because it's getting close now to when I can put them out. The next one is also fall, so I can put this one out. Next two. And this is a Plum Street pattern. Forgive me, I've forgotten the name, but she's made it into this darling pillow. And she did a multicolor braid around the edge and put a lovely little charm on. And I'm thrilled with this. Cannot wait to put this out. I love how Paulette does this with the penny rugs around the edge. I feel very remiss not telling you the name of this pattern, so I'll have to insert something here. This I know is also a Plum Street pattern. It's Olga's Tart. So there's the kitty with the pumpkins in the tart pan. Thrilled with that. She's got this cute, I don't know if you can see it, like edging, black edging around the edge. Maybe it's like chocolate, but no, it's black. So cute. Love that. On to Christmas. This is a Stacy Nash pattern, I think. There are two parts to the pattern, and I just had done one. Look at my little pillow. Snow. This is one I really stupidly washed, and I don't think you can really see it, but there's a little bit of bleeding there. But she made a double colored bow with a cute little thing there and ruched the ribbon around the edge. I just love it. Oops. It's such a thrill to have these things so beautifully finished and know I can just put them out and they're not languishing in my basket of unfinished things. And here's another one. Merry Christmas! Love this. And I love that this is just plain and simple. It has a very narrow little chenille edging to it. So thank you, Faye. I'm just delighted with these. Absolutely thrilled. Let's see. Giveaways. Last time I was giving away the home pattern, and which was a It's OM, I believe, and the July Prairie Schooler pattern. And the winner of the home pattern, there were 84 people who wanted that one, and it was Linda Warner. So Linda, if I can find your comment, I will make a comment. Otherwise, send me a message through Instagram or my email address below, which is realstitchinginthebarn@gmail.com. But I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it in the description. And the winner of the Prairie Schooler July pattern is Margaret Hay. So Margaret, congratulations, and Linda, congratulations. Both of you get in touch with me. I'll try and put a comment on your comment. No guarantees. But I would be very happy to send those out to you. Okay, plans for next time. I'm going to work on my Happy Place stitch along. So Happy it's called. And actually, here's the pattern. I just found the pattern. There it is. That was a working copy I was showing you. So I'm going to work on that as part of the stitch along. Laurie Holt stitch along. I am going to finish my Rebecca Smith pieces because I'm going to take the class on Saturday, and then I will finish up the 2 flower. I've done the 2 medallions and I just have the 2 flower pieces. I'm going to be interested to see because they've got fabric in the center, so I want to see if there are any special tidbits on working with the fabric and the wool. I am joining another Sal through Fat Quarter Shop. It's the autumn one they're doing. I could not resist. They did a tease and they showed some sunflowers in the bottom and the colors, and I'm like, okay, I'm away. Have to join that one too. And then maybe take a little break so I can catch up on some other stitching that I'm trying to get finished. But I did take 2 of my quilts to be quilted, so when they get back I can show you those. And I'm going to keep working on my Rachel Howell sampler September. I'm going to try and make more headway on that, especially because that's my For the Love of Brenda piece. So I want to really put time into that. And what else? Other than that, I'm looking forward to cooler temperatures. I am looking forward to hopefully getting to go to Parents' Weekend this year. It's my daughter's junior year in college, and we have missed 2 Parents' Weekends. First one because we had our friends visiting from England. The second one because of the pandemic. So fingers crossed that we can go this year and all will be well. I'm looking forward to slightly autumnal, getting into the swing of decorating and that kind of thing. I have a lot of quilty plans too, which I haven't shown you or talked about. I will get that organized to show you. I'm going to work on the Kay Fassett quilt. I'm going to work on the Lori Holt quilt. I have a bunch of others that I need to finish up too, and work on my Rebecca Smith, my other piece as well. I'd like to work on that too. So I'm sure there was lots that I didn't talk about that I meant to talk about. I do have a giveaway for next time if you want. Okay, for my next giveaway, courtesy the Fat Quarter Shop, I have this lovely pattern, Granita, which I think is gorgeous, and they show you 3 different colorways, and to me it kind of looks like winter. When you do it in the blues, it looks like snowflakes or ice or frozen or something, which is probably how I would do it, although the other colorways shown are very tempting, and you could make up your own. You just need 3 different colors. But I think it's just 3 colors. Well, it's 4 colors. 4 colors. But, you could let your creativity run wild. You could do many colors if you wanted. But I thought this was a gorgeous pattern. And included with that is a Mad for Plaid project bag. I love these project bags. They're gusseted, so they stand. They hold big patterns, small patterns. You can stitch on them if you wanted to put your initials or something. So these are great project bags to have. And courtesy of the Fat Quarter Shop, this will come your way. If you would like to be entered for this, use the word snowflake in a sentence, because that's what that pattern reminds me of. So I know it's too early to be thinking about snow, please, but use the word snowflake. Don't say giveaway, don't say prize, don't say free, don't say anything like that. That would, I want this to go to somebody who wants to stitch it. Be over 18, like this video, be a subscriber, and if you get picked by the random comment generator, I will send it your way. So until next time, my friends, I hope you get lots of stitching done. I hope you're healthy and happy and enjoying life. So I wish you all good things. Bye.